Start. Restart. Friends here, this is Sanjay Agarwal at the Indian Art Festival. So I'm joined by a friend from overseas. He's from Nigeria and he has his roots in India, I believe. That's why you've been living here and doing this work. So what's your name?
My name is Colin Sosameka.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm a visual artist.
Full time?
Full-time.
Okay, where did you learn from?
I'm a self-taught artist.
Self-taught? Back home, Nigeria or in
Um,
India? You picked up this?
it all started when I was a little child, per se, say 5, 10.
So
And
it's been how many years now into this art world?
I'll say it's spanning into 2.5, 3 decades.
Decades, yes, I can see that. Wonderful. So what do we have here? Can you tell us?
Yeah, we have this piece which actually,
It's a
um,
woman.
yes,
Yeah.
metaphorically, so basically this is centered around liberation, and it's about breaking yourself free from shackles, or things that are actually trying to weigh you down. So if you look, you can see the spasm of the piece of fabric wrapped around the character, and then you see it's like busting out for freedom, like letting it loose, letting it go, and all that. And you see the energy fields that are all around her. It's like finding yourself and not letting anything weigh you down. So you just have to release yourself from anything, any form of negative energies. And yeah, it's also textured. And then this is fabric per se, so you can feel the texture if you go
Can
closer.
put my hand?
Sure. You can feel the texture, but it's just fabric and pasting on this. And I use a lot of impulse impression to create my piece, and I'm more or less into abstractism. So my platform is actually a means to reach out to people in trying to propose solution to certain situations happening within us, around us, and globally. And yeah, that's so much I've come into.
Wonderful, and I think maybe you draw inspiration from the Indian Mahabharata, where the Indian, the queen, the five Pandavas, Draupadi. So maybe you have something in mind.
No, see, honestly, I didn't have anything in mind. I didn't even. This was just something.
This is different. What you're trying to portray is entirely different.
It's entirely
But when it's coming from here, so there we have a god who's letting the fabric.
Actually, they were
Yes.
trying to. I think I learnt about that recently and just here when they said there's this old was they were trying to unveil a cloth, but automatically somehow the fabric or the sari all vanished, went invisible, and they couldn't get anything to pull up.
Great, lovely.
Yeah.
This is another one. You have this another
Yeah,
piece.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
you can
is-
tell about this. You can hold this and tell about this. Yeah.
This actually centers around the marriage tradition, and it's basically that of it centers around the Indian concept. So if we look around this, you see this. So you see the groom, and you see the female character, which is the bride. And if you see on her face, you see there's this hue, spasm, different hues, and you see the explosion of yellows here. Actually, I try to represent the Aldi first ceremony. You understand? And with the use of energy or strokes around here, it's actually depicting joy, happiness, it's everything good centered around marriage ceremony and everything. And you see there's patterns being used around here, and it's a fusion of African Indian culture, so more or less using different symbols like holy signs and CBDs, which is actually from Africa. And this basically depicts a fusion of it. And the beauty of this very piece is that it actually glows in the dark when it goes off, when it's actually
Fluorescent.
yes, fluorescent. So you get to see the characters. And yeah, no doubt I've been through this same old ride walking around, because these old patterns are used in representing the seven times you have to walk around the fire.
The
There's
Pharaohs.
the Pharaohs. I've always forgotten the Pharaohs. So these fairs have been represented in Uli signs in CBD and all that.
It's
Which,
lovely.
yeah.
I just wanted to add, when you see this women, so when we were small children, so we typically had this piece in wood, a carved sculpture in wood. So this is African women, and this is a very Indian Maharaja. So you made
Yes, I mean that's the thing. That's the beauty of it. Also, if you look at the female character, you see more of like she looks more African, the looks of African, but basically it's a portrayal of the Indian ceremony, and you see the the Maharaja basically, and with all the adornment on
it's
this.
lovely. It's awesome.
Thank you very much.
We don't have words. How much is the price?
Sorry.
How much is the price?
Well, for the fact that if I have to say with the Indian market per se, this is going for 50.
Great, wonderful. I wish all the best to you. This is also your work. We can lift it for a second. We can lift it. Then Grace is helping us with the picture. Yeah, this is again a woman. You want to say something?
This actually it depicts one for when you've been in that state of introspection, like having to reflect within yourself in finding answers, like in search for serendipity. So it's something that actually speaks a lot about ourselves. When we in that state, we want to really, find out what's going through all our chakras, reaching down to find the balance and know exactly what you want to change in your own self. So these are actually depicting of, see, if you use of warm colors and vibrant use of blues
Lovely.
and all that.
We put it back. So my last thing is about you. You've been in India for pretty long, and recently India hosted the G20 presidency.
Yes.
So were you part of that in art and culture anyway?
Well, I wasn't part of that technically, but I was basically doing something in respect
Background.
in the background.
So how was it? How did India host it?
No doubt about it, because I'm one big fan of India. So I've said everything positive about India. India is no longer a third world country for me. So whoever's saying India is a third world country, I think they should wake up and smell the coffee.
Great.
India is doing a lot that they can even imagine.
Yes.
So I believe in India, and I believe that.
Wonderful. Yeah. And as a friend is always his work, we see that there are women there. So my question was last one is we have women behind the wheel,
Okay.
in India we have in Rajasthan, then we have the Muslim women.
Okay.
And you have it in even the countries of the Middle East.
Yeah.
So you done any work, women behind the wheel?
Woman behind the wheel. Well, for me, I haven't done any work in
You can pick up that.
I haven't done anything in relation to that, but basically, I have someone physically behind the wheel,
Oh,
and she's here before me.
hello. You want to join
And,
us? Please come.
And
Introduce her.
this happened to be, she happens to be a digital
Yes,
artist
digital
as well,
artist, yes.
and she eventually
wife
happens to be
also?
my wife.
Lovely, yeah, it's so good, it's so good, yeah, no.
She
Lovely.
happens to be my wife,
It's
and
good he's saying. Even you
so-
have to now introduce him.
so if you say physically don't work behind the wheel of that concept, no, this is the behind the wheel physically for me.
So nice, it's so good. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Garima, and I'm here. I'm so happy to be here because in this very prestigious event of India Art Festival, we are getting to exhibit with so many senior artists also. And Colin's work has been appreciated so much. People are especially coming to
Yeah, it's
appreciate
lovely.
this
It's
very
so
work,
good.
and so many more works. We had to send them to our next festival in Mumbai,
Okay.
which is happening from the 9th. So we had to remove.
Where is it being held?
It's in Mumbai, Goregaon
Goregaon.
East. It's called the Art of Art Festival. It's 9th, 10th, and 11th
November?
November.
Lovely.
Yeah, and we are at booth number 2C. So please, you're also welcome to come to Mumbai for seeing more works.
Yes, lovely. And we also want to know, where did this bonding take place?
Wow. Yeah, so he's been in Delhi for many years now, I think 8, 9, 10 years or something.
Yeah.
So we met online on a dating platform called Bumble. And yeah, we just thought we should just have coffee together first, get to know. I wanted to know the story of an artist who's coming from Nigeria, painting in Delhi, such amazing works. So I wanted to know his story, and somehow he wanted to know my story. And we wanted to share a story. Coffee happened, and things happened, and we have our second anniversary coming up in the next 2 weeks. So yeah,
So we wish you the best of wedding, the life, because Indian girls, now she's a happily married woman to you. So I think she can give you the best of the world, So it's thank you to both of you. You had some digital work, right? Can we just pick it up? Yeah, if you hold it, I just pick it up.
yeah.
We'll just add this in this piece. This
Okay.
is
you so
ma'am's digital work. It's so lovely.
Thank you.
And this is, what do you call this?
So basically, this concept is a very faded figure in the background, but if you see, the lips are highlighted with Swarovski crystal
yeah,
stones,
yes.
and it signifies the fact that one should really speak like this, like the diamonds that should come from the mouth, the pearls and the beautiful, sweet, nice words that are healing, that are transforming, and that are loving to the world. So this signifies, the shine and the beauty and the strength of the words that one can speak from their mouths. Thank you.
We just finished. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're done.